Lots of other cities have bridges. Some other cities have aqueducts. No other cities have a roadway built on an abandoned subway, built on an aqueduct that both sheltered the city's homeless and became a world-class graffiti gallery. And I think of it as like the historical lasagna of Rochester. Every layer of that structure behind me is a different story about who we are and where we came from.
I think it's really important that we make sure that people are aware of the significance of the structure and not just the early history of the structure. There are people in the community who are Erie Canal enthusiasts who, really think that the integrity of the Erie Canal structure is what is most important. But then, of course, we have people in the community who still remember riding the subway, too. And so that history is really important to them as well. The layer that often gets lost is the most recent history, where it's been, a site for alternative activity. The graffiti art that's down there is amazing, and it really represents an underrepresented part of our community.
Writers is what you would call the person who's doing the graph on the wall. Because they are doing script, you know what I mean? They're doing a font, so they're writers. When I'm down here in the subway, I see the treasure of creatives that we have here, of artists, writers, graffiti artists, street artists here in the city of Rochester. What we have, this is quite the treasure. So looking forward in how this deck is going to be removed and how do we preserve this treasure, and also how do we keep giving to our city as far as supporting our writers and graffiti artists and street artists is really the challenge. But I think it can be done with some open conversation.
The Aqueduct Project is truly exciting. It's going to be a game changer for downtown. We're not connected well enough to our river, especially in the heart of our city, and this really opens things up. We will have this incredible public space, pedestrian zone essentially, that better connects both sides of the river downtown. The exact design of what that will look like is something that we're going to be studying further and working with the community on. We really want this to be community driven in the way that the spaces are being used, but also in the way that the spaces are being designed. They go hand in hand.